Hello, good evening. Is this here?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, okay, there you are. I can see you. So you have a pretty good background with lots of computers over there. Are you in an office or something?
I'm,
Oh, that's a
no, I miss
background.
my office. Yeah, so I have this background. I
Okay.
usually have my meeting, so it's better to be in the office. So that's the background that I use for my Zoom meetings.
Yeah, it looks pretty real. Except that you don't have a chair in your background, you only have your own back. So that's how one person recognizes, okay, this is a background. Okay, pretty nice one.
Yeah,
So tell me something. Have you done IELTS before, or do you know anything about it?
I have not done as before. I have usually seen some YouTube videos and just as practiced on a test, but not. I have not done it.
Okay, for some reason I'm getting a lag from your side, like you're speaking and it's coming up later rather than coming on the same spot. I don't know whether that's from your side because I normally don't get that from any student. So can you check if it is coming from your side? So what are you using?
Yeah,
Are you using a laptop or a smartphone? What are you using?
yeah. I'm using my laptop.
You're using a laptop and okay, you're using Zoom, right? I believe, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason we have a lag on it. We're gonna check what the lag is for. Uh, but it's
Me right now.
yeah, you're speaking later and the video is coming earlier, or your speaking comes first and the video comes later. It's that kind of. Can you hear me and see me at the same time?
I can.
Okay, so definitely something wrong from your side because normally it does not happen that way. It's okay, you can take a look at it later on and fix it for next time if possible.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
yeah, because this can be, a hindrance in your communication here with me. So maybe you can look at it later on. Maybe you have too many apps or too many programs running in the background. You should always make sure that all of them are off, only the necessary ones are on. Next time do that. Okay.
do.
Okay, so since you don't know anything about, you said you don't know anything about IELTS, right? This is the first time?
Yes, it's my first time.
Okay, then I'm going to have to explain it to you. There are four modules in it. We have speaking, reading, writing, and listening. You're aware of that, right? Okay, so we're going to look at the number one, which is speaking right now. So can tell me what you know about speaking in IELTS.
So in speaking, you get a first they have an introduction sort of where do you live, how's your home, that sort of discussion, and then they give a cue card where you get 1 minute to prepare your answer, and then tell them about that topic that they give you.
Right, you're pretty much on the right track. Then there is a part three also, which we call the discussion topics. And these questions are linked to your cue card. We also call it the task card. We can also call it the topic card. Anytime you want to take your notes, please keep a pencil and a notepad ready and just take notes whenever you feel like. Simultaneously, you can also take screenshots when I tell you to do so that you can handle it later on. Okay, so there are just three parts in speaking: part one, part two, and part three. Do you know how many bands each of these part carries? No idea? Okay, so it's three bands for each one. Part one has three bands for it. Part two also has three bands. And part three also has three bands. They are equally distributed among the sections. And as you know, or as you may already know, part one is the easiest because these are very simple topics that they present to the student or learner so that he or she can respond very quickly. It's like a warm up or at the same time they have already started the test. So it's very easy for students to basically get three bands. Like for you, it will be very easy to get the first three bands or as much as the first three bands as you can get. Then it becomes a little bit different. It's the topic card, as you said, they give you 1 minute to prepare and you have to speak up to 2 minutes to get the full marks. You must be able to speak full 2 minutes or at least above 1.5 minutes to get a pretty good score continuously. Okay. And then you can, that's for three bands. And then there's part three, which is more complicated, more detailed, and they want complete answers for every question they ask. Then they can, that is also for three bands. Now, thing is, you don't want to make any mistakes in part one. Since it is the easiest, you want to target getting all of the three bands. It's not going to be that easy. The way they give bands is like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, all the way up to 2.9, and then 3. Although it reflects on your score sheet as 2, 2.5, and 3 only. They do not show you the 2.1 or 2.4. They make it to the nearest and they actually decrease it. So if your score is like 2.4 band in part 1, they will give you only 2, which is a loss for you. So you don't want to make any mistakes. I'll tell you more about that. Now, first of all, tell me in the speaking, what criteria are they looking for? Do you have any idea?
Fluency should be fluent. You should be able to express yourself, what you are trying to say, and the other person should be able to like get what you actually are trying to say. So maybe a better communication is the basic thing.
Right. There are actually 4 criterias which are equally distributed in marks. Okay. What I can do is just show it to you very quickly on the screen now. Okay, the first question I want to ask you is to describe yourself.
So my name is Hina Dhawan, and I work as an IT professional, and I live in my hometown, that's Punjab, that's I live in Rajpura, and more should be there. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't know what more should be there. Well, I'm here. What am I here for? Don't worry about that either. So you're going to write these points down. In describe yourself, jolt it down at another place and write these points. You're going to focus on these points when answering. First point is name. I will give my full name. Like you can easily say, my name is Hina Dhiman, but, or Hina Dhawan, but you can call me by my first name, Hina only. Or I like any line you think that is suitable. Just write the point as name. Only write the point as name. I'm just guiding you what you will do from tomorrow. So you can say, I would like you to call me Hina, or I would like you to address me as Hina. Any line you which is suitable to you, you can add that after giving your name. Okay. After name, you're going to go straight to your studies or work or whatever you do. So you can write the next point is education, educational background, or work even, or both. So you can start with either one. Which one would you choose, studies or work?
Well,
Work. So you can straight away say that I, like you just said, I'm an IT professional and go on describing whatever work you do, right? Don't go too much into detail. They didn't ask you to describe work. They only they want a description of you, not about your work. So keep it limited to the point, whatever you're doing right now and whatever your actual profession is and whatever you actually want to be, those kind of things. Then your studies, very important. You must tell them all in detail from start to finish. You didn't even speak a word about your studies. Your studies are very important. They are the ones who brought you to this IT level, so you can't miss them. I want you to start in your studies directly from school time. I did my secondary from here. I went to high school here, etc. You don't have to go detailing the scores and all that. Just did. I did my schooling from here. I did my high school. I did my graduation. If you did anything, I got my certificates in this or diplomas in it, whatever you want to mention, even the smallest of the courses which you think are important to you, you mention them. Immediately after that, you want to mention what you're doing currently in terms of studies, not work. The work you've already mentioned. So you can say currently I'm also learning English, for example. That's what you're doing. Currently, I'm trying to improve my English language skills because I want to go abroad and settle over there, work and settle over there, whatever you want to say. Clear enough? Is that good enough? Yes? Okay, just write there work, studies, and then the next point, currently what you're doing. Currently, whatever you're doing, which you probably have already mentioned. Then I want you to also describe what kind of person you are. So just write there a point, kind of person. So you can say, I'm a jolly good nature person, I'm a friendly person, I'm a talkative person, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert, I'm an ambivert, whatever you want to say about yourself. Okay. And I also want you to say another thing, which is anything that is negative about you. So you can say negative personality of yourself. You can say something like, but uh, I'm a shy kind of a person. I feel shy, or anything like that. Or my negative quality is that I am a shy person. Sometimes I feel shy. Or you can just say that I'm. Uh, I believe in people very easily, and sometimes they take advantage of me. This happens to pretty much everyone. So you can say that. Okay. Then I want you to say your philosophy of life. Okay. So write the next point, philosophy of life. So what do you think your current philosophy of life is? Any idea? What do you think life should be like? What do you think?
I think I think everybody has realized that you should live in the moment because after you see the pandemic, so I think right now it's that I think of.
Okay, that's exactly what I want you to say, but a prepared version of it, whichever you like. So you could say something like, I think my philosophy of life is to live every moment joyfully and to let everyone live. I think life is, a one-time option. Many people say their own things. You can change it whenever you want. It's not a fixed thing. If tomorrow you decide you want to change that philosophy of life, you can change it, but a well prepared way of presenting it would be better, especially in the starting. This will trigger the scenario in the examiner's mind that, oh, she can speak English, so I better ask her next questions and let's get on with the real test. Actually, this is also the real test. It's not that it's different. Lastly, I want you to also mention your future plan. Jot that down. Future plan. And all of that will be encompassing your describe yourself. I want you to make it short, concise, and good enough. It's not going to be very short, but good enough so they like what you said and they proceed. And after that, their ears are focused on what she's going to say because this one has done something practice, done some good practice and has trim it up or make it better tomorrow. So describe yourself now, looking at those points.
So my name is Radha Dhawan. You can call me by my first name. That's enough. So I work as an IT professional. I work in Gurgaon, and I have a post graduation degree which I have done from Thakur, which is in Kerala. I have my graduation done in BCA from Chandigarh. I had my schooling done from Rajpura, where I reside currently. And right now, I am working on improving my English so that I can go abroad and fulfill my dream of living there. And I am kind of a jolly person. I like to be with my friends, spend my time with them. And However, I have some negative qualities also. Like I'm not good at maintaining my relationships. I call people very often, and I'm lazy at actually calling them. So that's why sometimes my relationships are lost. But that's part of it. And regarding philosophy of life, what I follow is live in the moment. I have, and I think everybody of us have learned that in pandemic, you really don't know what's going to happen next. So I think that is what right now the mantra is: live in the moment, enjoy the time that you have with the people that you have. That is something I think it should be philosophy for everyone. Everybody should follow that. And regarding my future plans, I think I want to settle down somewhere abroad, have a good house, and have a good career, be there, and enjoy the time that I have. Life is one, so I want to enjoy it with the dreams that I have.
Okay, that's excellent. So keep that in mind. That's exactly what I wanted, and you gave it to me. You delivered it this time. So you can see these points, they are extremely useful for you. They set your goals right, and you have the English coming out, which was already inside you, but was not coming out at that time. Excellent. We will now proceed to the next topic. We're going to talk about music today, right? What types of music do you like to listen to?
So I like listening to Punjabi music a lot. I enjoy the Bhangra music. I like to dance as well on the same Bhangra music. And since I am in my IT line, so I usually put up my headphones or earphones and I set a Punjabi playlist, which is a bit bumpy. It pumps me up. It makes me happy and energized, and I continue my work. So basic Punjabi music is my favorite.
That's very nice. Next question. At what times of day do you like to listen to music?
At any time of the day, I usually enjoy it during my working hours. I have my focus on my work. I add my earphones and enjoy the music and continue my work. I don't like to hear the voices and disturbances from my, let's say, colleagues and peers. I usually, that's the time when I really like to listen.
Did you learn to play a musical instrument when you were a child?
I actually have not played any musical instrument and I was not interested in but I really want to learn playing guitar sometime in my life. I would like to try and take lessons because I think it's a very good style and an instrument which is like a band. So you can say I really want to learn it, but I'm not played it.
Do you think all children should learn to play a musical instrument?
Uh, Actually, I think everybody should do what they're interested in, what's their kind of dream, and I think nobody should be forced. But yes, they can if they have interest, they should go for learning something, maybe instrument, maybe singing, maybe taking any co-curricular activities. But yeah, that should be their choice based, not enforced.
Okay, good enough. I'm going to give you a topic card. Now we're on to part two. And your topic card is actually describe a shop near where you live that you sometimes use. You should say what sorts of products or services it sells, what the shop looks like, where it is located, and explain why you use this shop. Don't worry, I'm going to show it to you on the screen right now. So Okay, are you ready? Speak something.
Okay, so there's a departmental store which is nearby my house. It sells a variety of products. There are groceries. There are home products, like you can say shampoos or bars and that sort. It sells almost a mix of products. There are skincare products that it sells. There are groceries. There are multiple home products, and it also they also deliver. So sometimes when I am lazy enough to go, I call them and give my list of products. They come and deliver it to my house. The shop is like a departmental store. It's not a very big, like a supermarket where you go and you can collect things. It's just a normal shop, and it is located near my house. So it's very convenient for me to go. I can just walk in. It's like a 5 minutes walk from my house. So I really like to go there and shop for the small products that I need on a daily basis. That's about it.
Okay, good enough. You gave me enough material. I needed minimum 1 minute. You gave me 1 minute, 20 seconds worth of response. Now it's very easy for me to get you back to the 2 minutes. You actually can talk 2 minutes about it even right now, except you'll just need a little bit more of a practice, which I'm going to make sure you get just now. First of all, can you describe to me or even show me on your notebook what preparation you did in during that 1 minute?
Actually, there's very small thing that I've written, but I think let me.
Oh, he won't be able to show it. It's okay, you can describe it.
I think if
Yeah.
we compare
Okay.
the where I've written things.
Okay, you've
So
written some
I
points.
actually took the points that the product services looks like, and then I pointed out that it's a general store. It delivers, and
Okay.
it's not like a supermarket but a departmental store, and it's across the street. So I used a 5 minutes walk sort of
Right.
stuff.
Oh, very good. That was good enough. That is the basis of what we need. However, I want you to be more thorough in it. As you can see, the first preparation leads you to speak more fluently. You don't have worries about it, and you can just be spontaneous in your thinking. So, I'm going to introduce you to exactly how we do it. I'm going to show it to you on the screen. Maybe.
Yeah, well, since I know I can speak, but the content, how I have presented, it's the points that you are providing me that is helping a lot, like to build up the answers that I have to give at that time.
Okay, that's very good. So